The next step is to put the solar panels on the roof. As I said in a previous video, the suppliers, RoadPro, are helping us with doing that, and we're very grateful. I'll do a bit of a video telling you exactly how they get on and what they've done for us later on, or I'll include it in this section later on in this video. But the first step is to wash the roof. So got my ladders ready, bucket on the roof already, so I'm turning into car wash, so see what it's like up there. So let's get up on the roof and see what it is. Whoops, rather green and obviously not very clean at all, so that's all got to be scrubbed off, degreased, and get ready for the panels. I did say that one of the problems we had when we looked at the roof was the ridges. There's not a flat bit of roof along the whole of the van. That's the vent for the fan that we've got in the roof. But so I've given the RoadPro the profile of all these indentations, and they've come up with a solution that hopefully we can fill these somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it yet, we'll find out tomorrow, but cover those and fix the solar panel there. Hopefully we can utilise this hole in the roof, or we're going to have to cut another one. I'm not sure how they'll want to do that, but I'll leave that to them. But as you can see, lots of indentations, contours all over the roof. Not an easy place to fit a flat solar cell. The panels are flexible, but not obviously not that flexible to go there, and we obviously need a really good solid base for them to adhere to. So the next step is, got my bucket, my sponge, and a bit of elbow grease. It's a bit dirtier than I thought, so we're resorting to the good old pressure wash. But I did nearly pressure wash the phone. I just left it on the roof. Well, a bit of elbow grease and a bit of time has got all the green and all the rubbish off the roof. I'm hoping that's sufficient. It's been degreased. I'm hoping that's sufficient to enable RoadPro to do their magic and get the solar panel on there. So all nice and clean. We did quite a bit of research when we were looking at solar panels. We looked at the whole range, the traditional sort of, I don't know, 3/4 inch fairly heavy rectangle standard. Everybody knows what that sort of solar panel. But we also looked at a lot of the newer stuff, the flexible ones, and we went to the NEC and started speaking to the manufacturers of the one type of panel that we were very interested in, the MIPV flexible solar panels. They helped us to decide. They weren't sort of outwardly selling their product. They were recommending it, obviously, but they were a lot of unbiased information when we were comparing the various types. So we were quite happy to go ahead with that, and we have invested in the MIPV flexible panels. They're wafer thin, I think they're designed to go on yachts and things like that on the decks. So they are. You can actually walk on them apparently, but I don't know whether we'll be doing that very much up on the roof. But they say that the outer coating is a little bit self-healing as well, and so sort of scuffs and scratches, light scuffs and scratches are okay. The other advantage apparently is that these aren't, if you cover part of the solar panel, the whole thing doesn't go down. It you know, shade and things like that. The actual units within the panel are quite small, and so the whole thing is a lot more functional. Because they're so thin, the wafer thin, they are more efficient. There's apparently, but do your research. The internet has got loads of information about them. At the moment, we're very happy with the MIPVs, and we're looking forward to getting them sorted. We bought them from RoadPro, which at the NEC, and as I say, they had the rep from the manufacturers on their stand, giving some good impartial advice. We did have a little bit of hassle. Nothing very serious. They didn't arrive within a few days, so I phoned them up and we'd forgotten to post the post the order. Which one do you want? Did you want the two single cells or one big one? We've gone for 110 watt. I wanted the big one, and then obviously two single ones arrived. But I can't fault RoadPro. We were in touch with them, and everything was they were very apologetic for the misunderstandings. Offered to sort it all out, helping us when, as I said, and you'll have seen on the roof isn't as flat as I thought it was when we were looking initially at these solar panels. And so they offered to help come up with a solution that they're going to help us fix the roof tomorrow, and we'll see where we are. So as I said, these are the MIPV solar panels. There's two 55 watt, which you join in series, and then down to the battery, well, through to a controller, down to the battery. They are wafer thin compared to your normal, what everybody thinks of solar panels these days. As I say, I'm flexible. They roll up. They come in a box rolled, and that's the sort of size. I can't really. Don't know whether you can sort of imagine that going on the roof. Obviously, these foam protectors won't be on there, and as I say, wafer thin, really good. Low profile stuff. So we're looking forward to getting these up and seeing how they work.
Well, it's a bit of an early start. It's 25 to 8 in the morning, a bit early for us, and we're on our way to Daventry to get the solar panel fitted. Been looking forward to this getting sorted for the last few weeks, so it's another major bit of the build getting sorted. One important stop first, more on that in a bit. Rush hour traffic in Nottingham. There was one important place to call before we really got started on the journey. Just don't tell that bloke who pops up on the channel occasionally talking about diets. There again, the 5-2 diet, you are allowed to eat so many calories a day, so it's not too bad.
Naughty, naughty. And there's the evidence.
Well, they've got something new out, we've got to try it. Cheesy flatbread. And there's... So, been into McDonald's. There's what we've got. They've got a new menu. They've got cheesy bacon flatbreads for breakfast, so you've got to try them, haven't you? Healthy or not. First bite out, and yes, very nice. I approve. We usually do get a cup of coffee or a Coke when we're at McDonald's, but we have found one thing with the Renault. The cup holders, I mean, I know it's still in there at the moment, but the cup holders aren't actually that good. So we have come up with a solution which you'll see in a future video. So that will solve those problems for us. Well, it's the M1, it's a Monday morning, and it's crawling, and has been for the last few miles. So we're now running late. We're supposed to be there at 9 o'clock, and it's now saying we'll get there about past, so not too bad, but don't like being late for appointments. So, one of those things. Not very nice, but at least we're moving and not just at a standstill.
Well, after a bit of hunting for it, we're just arriving at RoadPro now, over in the corner. In here.
So we're sat in the waiting room while the solar panel's being fitted. Probably 4 or 5 hours, you've said. So we'll show you the some information actually on the solar panels that we're having. So I'll just flip the camera around. And these are the ones that we've got. So I'll leave the camera on for a second so you can probably pause.
No, they're not.
What?
It's that bit that...
Okay, so you can cut that bit then. So it's these are the solar panels that we've got. So we'll hold the camera there for a few minutes so that you can pause your screen and have a read. So yeah, even in shade, they're still giving power to the batteries.
I can't say we are having our normal family life as we always wanted it to be, and despite as much as people have gotten involved in this, it's important, and for me it's very important that people should and
There she is, waiting for us to have a look at her. Sorted out. It's all sorted. The guys at RoadPro, brilliant guys. They've sorted everything out. I have actually been up a set of ladders to have a look at the panel on the roof. It looks perfect. They've done really well at sorting out the contours. The charge controller is all in the driver's side, so we've got access to the USBs and also the display. Looking forward.
Heading home now. What brighter sky than when we set off this morning. Not sunny, but still very cold. We'll show you the results when we get home. Well, that blue sky that I said about before heading home, not anymore. Keith's happy. He's got his solar panel on.
I have.
Don't think we need it at the moment. It's a good job it's one of those that says it works even when it's dull weather. There's the charger. Pretty neat out of the way. Solar panel looks fitted. Nice day. Keith's just going up to check on it. working.
Is that on?
Yeah, I think. Is it recording? Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's working, although I've got to read the manual to work out what all the other functions are. No idea. So, as I say, but it looks like power's coming down to a battery from what looks like a solar cell, so I'm assuming at the moment it's working. I'll just take you outside to look at the panels on the roof. There's the connections, comes through. We did use the old aerial, so no drilling was involved. Really neat. Oops. See if I can get a bit higher. You can see the whole lot. Such a low profile along here. On the front edge. So well, I have to say that I'm really impressed with RoadPro. They've done a brilliant job fitting the solar panel. Put all the wiring in. Very helpful guys. The communication between us before we went down there was really good, and so yeah, I can't praise them enough. So if you ever need, or if you're looking for any parts for your motorhome, solar panels is not the only things they do. Give their website a look and see what they do.